and I have wings that can fly. So sometimes, see, it doesn't grow. It just is this.
They just come out.
And so sometimes I'll just like go in the bathroom and I'll realize nobody told me my wings were flying. So then I have to like do this. Sometimes I have to go.
Okay, so good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayana from Teacher's Treehouse, and here is my friend
Kristen.
She's awesome. Today we want to talk to you about how we are setting up a school supply store within our classroom.
Here's what led us to doing this. First of all, what the huge thing we notice is the amount of waste that happens in our classroom. We provide the children with sticky notes. They like to draw books and put them into packets and staple them and make their own fancy little picture book.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, we have no sticky notes to use for learning, which is what they're intended for.
Yeah.
Same with any other school supply. It just seems like
they're just careless with some of them. Like the pencils, they're just like sharpen them to no end just for the fun of it.
Out of them.
Yeah. Peeling off the edge of the pencil cap erasers, chewing them. You know, leaving them just randomly around the room. Even the nice pencils that we buy them, you just find like the birthday pencil in the corner.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my goodness.
So we came up with a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And
let's look at yours.
The idea is that if we charge the kids for their supplies, that perhaps they will be a little bit more responsible with them and be a little bit more respectful of them. If they know that they have to use their sticky notes for their think codes and they know they need at least one sticky note a day, maybe they won't be so tempted to steal 10 and draw pictures on them if they're having to pay $1 for 4.
Now, just so you know, our price lists look a little bit different because we did first introduce it with the kids without the prices, and then we had like a class discussion of what would be reasonable for this item based on supply and demand within our classroom needs. The kids were not very cheap with certain things. Like for example, check out her price for sticky notes. They compromised on, for the large sticky notes, 4 for $1. For small ones, what's that say? 8 for $1. Where my kids, we've had more than just like making little booklets out of them. They do that as well, but at this point in the year, they're starting to do the whole, do you like me, yes or no, check yes box, check no box, I got a crush on you, can you guess who it is thing, and like passing the sticky notes around the room. Some of the kids are like, dude, you wasted the last sticky note on that, and I'm also a little aggravated about that. So they thought that the supply and demand, or the demand for it, was extremely high, and to kind of keep people from using them inappropriately. And I tried to bring the kids down, but they insisted that the sticky notes need to be super expensive. So we are gonna start with this. It's a lot of moolah for some sticky notes, but it's what they wanted to do. So we're gonna try it out and see what happens. We did discuss like how we didn't want to discourage those who are using them appropriately. We didn't want to discourage them from buying sticky notes if they're too expensive. But my kids reassured me that they are Cubs Cash rich and they could definitely afford sticky notes. So I was like, all right, let's go with it.
We had some, when we did our morning meeting, we had some negotiations. So the first thing that we did is we brainstormed as a class the materials that they feel are being wasted in our class. So they generated the list of consumable materials that they think kids should be responsible for paying for if they need to replace them, if they lose them, or if they destroy them. And when we went to brainstorm the prices, some of the kids were suggesting prices that were way high, that I had to bring them down a little bit. And some kids were suggesting prices that were really low, and we had to say, okay, you know, we had to do a little bit of comparison of prices. You've got a whiteboard eraser that's $5, so let's kind of use that value and compare it to this value to think of something that makes a little bit more sense than, you know, charging. If we're charging $1 for just a regular yellow pencil, should we charge $1 for a mechanical pencil too? No, we're going to charge $10 for that.
Yeah, that's a really good price, actually. We ended up settling on $7
for the items that we have available.
They don't even really like mechanical pencils, and so we kind of tried to meet close to the middle, and we went for $7. But right now, we are setting up for this store because the store opens tomorrow. So we got all of our things pulled out of the closet, what supplies we have. We're gonna set up the store using these buckets and cups, kind of get it something like this. We got our sticky notes. My setup's over here, a lot less organized than Kristen's. See, I just kind of have like a bucket of stuff. But I'm gonna make it happen. I'm about to organize it for my store right now. So I'm really excited about this, especially when it comes to whiteboard markers, because we use our personal whiteboards and our markers every single day for math, and some kids will just destroy the marker coloring the edges or coloring their shirt, like just silly stuff, and they get ruined super quick. Certain kids, I've given them about 5 or 6 whiteboard markers already, which is ridiculous.
The cool thing too about buying your own whiteboard marker is now you get to select the color that you want. It's not just me handing you what you get what you get.
True that. Yeah, actually that's a really good point. I should bring that up to my kids tomorrow. They'll be excited about that. I am worried about selling out of things though, so I need to restock my classroom for this, and then it should go pretty well. I do have a job called Bankers. So 3 of my students in the morning will be running the store for me. I'll have it nice and neatly organized for them, so it should be easy for them to take the money, give the item, and move on with our day. So I'll let you know how it goes day 1. That's about it. So right now, Kristen is cutting up some bookmarks.
This is a cool idea. Actually, my kids came up with the idea that they wanted to be able to purchase bookmarks, and I thought instead of going out and buying a bunch of bookmarks, I decided to just cut some white cardstock, and if they purchase a bookmark for, there it is on the bottom, $5, they can decorate their bookmark however they want, and then I'll laminate it for them.
Which is a really, really cute idea. It's going to be very personalized. So let us know, do you have a school store or a classroom store? What is your system for using any type of school money? We do have a school store, but it doesn't really sell school supplies. They can buy things like slime. I think they have like just little toys and fidget spinners, like mostly toy stuff, like incentive type of things. But they can earn Cubs Cash from any teacher around the school, which is nice. And my kids aren't lying, they're pretty rich. They have like their whole backpack, the front zippers are like just bursting with Cubs Cash that they don't even spend. So I'm hoping that this will encourage them to kind of turn over their money a little bit and get our economy around here actually going, because they're just kind of hoarding the dollars.
Absolutely. And here's another thing I'm wondering from you. Do you think it's fair for us to make our kids pay for the school supplies that we require them to use?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Talk to you later. Peace out. This has been a lifesaver. Not only are my kids being way more responsible with their materials because they have to buy them now, but also the economy is starting to churn. The kids have been hoarding their Cubs Cash in their backpack, not spending it at the school store. They haven't been buying the coupons, but now that I put these other things in the classroom store, it's like coupons are going out, they're selling out, and everything up here is doing really, really well. This is our classroom store. I let my students, who are my bankers, they open the store every morning and every afternoon for about 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes. I put some headphones in there, erasers, like everything that is on that list is down here unless I've run out of it. And this has been a really big hit. Not only is it a huge motivator for earning more Cubs Cash, but it's also helping them be more responsible with the materials that they buy. So I'm enjoying having that, and it's really easy to it's really easy to manage it because I don't manage it. I give out the cash. My students run the store, they count the cash, they do a tally every week of how much money we made. They basically are running it themselves. I just have to keep it stocked, which is great and easy. So that's my update. Thank you guys for joining me on this video. I will talk to you again. Bye bye.